So
So
we got
we
live.
we're live again.
Yeah, that was wild. Instagram got to catch back up, man. They just.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I have it on my phone, but anyway. So where was we? So just in the sense of just accountability. So now transitioning to hip hop 50 in general.
Mm-hmm.
Hip Hop 50, the 50th year.
So a ton of celebrations. I love hip hop. Grew up with it, in it, owning it, feeling a part of it. So to see it celebrated, I appreciate it. Some are a little cheesy. But I think what's important I wanted us to talk about was, KRS, MC Shan, and Hammer in particular chose to opt out of the Grammys celebration of them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Questlove said they begged him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I get KRS's perspective.
Absolutely.
Hammer, I don't. And, so KRS One, he basically said, we weren't allowed at the Grammys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have 49 years of having us not included, and all of a sudden now you want to celebrate us. No thanks. I appreciate that, but then the flip side of it is you absolutely are a part of the evolution of this thing.
Yeah.
And so you have to, in my opinion, you have to be there. I think that that's a hip hop conversation. And unfortunately, like Black people, we tend to not be on code, which bothers the fuck out of me, right? We can't get on code about anything. We can't get on code about boycotting stashes. We can't be on code about boycotting a clothing brand. It's always, Maine wants to do this, Leah wants to do that, D wants to do this. Like, we can't be on code. I just would love if KRS had a conversation with everyone there and said, yo, we all do it or none of us does it.
Yeah. I would have loved that, because it's like I see his point, but like you said, he's a part of it, and anyone that knows hip hop knows, like, it's almost like he wanted to take the stamp away from them. Like, yo, this isn't officially a hip hop 50 without me, so I'm taking the stamp away. But
yeah, that's why
other guys there that were official. You know what I mean? So it's like he should, like you said, it should have been uniform, all or none.
Yeah. And, I think that was such a great job that, like, I'm not going to give credit to the Grammys. Yes, they are the umbrella, and so they allowed it. But that absolutely was Jesse Collins, and that was Questlove that curated that.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the first hip hop, and I still haven't seen all of it because I was trying to get it, and they was having some issues, so I couldn't see all of it. And I know it's on the Paramount app, but for some reason, every time I play it, it would never play, which, again, hip hop is fucking still being blackballed and shunned. But every time I try to play it, it won't play. But to have a segment with Boosie and Luke,
Luke,
and to have Rakim on the same stage, and then it's so, like, if you're a real student of it, when you see your heroes, flawed and all, talk about accountability, right? You see your heroes flawed and all, but it's like, damn, yo, like Scarface just did NPR Tiny Desk.
Mm-hmm.
That was a masterclass of artistry.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so when people name these lists of, like, oh, top 3 Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, absolutely, right? But I go out of my way to not say them for my top. Because what about AZ? And I'm glad that he was on Drink Champs, right? I love AZ. One of my favorites. Please shut up. You have AZ. What about Tretch? What about Redman?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, What about Scarface? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I feel like even to even come to the table to say how we're going to do this, you should have known off the rip that you needed more than a day.
Yep.
Absolutely.
This should have been a weeks long thing.
And that's still not long enough.
Exactly, but at least you had, each day had its own.
Each day, each region, or
something.
You could do different regions. I
guess.
Could
theme it or something. You know what I mean? Because everyone would have been. You wouldn't because if you do regionally, then it gets a little bit. I don't know, expected or whatever. But if you had a themed different day, there's always an artist that can fit into those themes and can perform something.
For sure.
Fit into those themes. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Now you got something. Now you got something to carry us for the week that people are going to be talking about.
We're talking about the hip hop 50 or the Grammys.
The Grammys did have it sectioned off. I believe they did regionally.
Well, they did regionally, but so I'll tell you, and kudos, yes, it's definitely self-serving, but I want to give flowers to LL for, he created Rock the Bells, the tour, right? The festival is one part. Then he has the radio station. Yep. And then he has the tour that he just did, the
Force.
What was it called? Force, right? Which basically was a LL Cool J concert packaged around hip hop, right? Because if he was gonna say LL's doing a tour, I don't know how those seats would have exactly, right? We know that, so kudos to him good for him.
Yeah.
But what he said on a Breakfast Club a while ago was, instead of being bitter, he'll rather spend time being better. So, there wasn't a radio station to play KRS and Rakim and Roxanne Shante. So he created it, right? He created the Rock the Bells Festival and gave equity to Fab Five Freddy and these different people. Nas recently just did the Paid in Full foundation or the fund or whatever it is and gave Scarface and Rakim $500,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
wow, we
have to do that.
My man is dope. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's the ad lib you felt?
Absolutely.
Out of everything I said, that's
my man is dope. Yeah.
Salute. Salute. So, but like you look at you have people and the reality is with Hip Hop 50 and people like, I just don't like when people just take blanket shots at a gesture, right? And I think sometimes gestures are tokens, but look within that, see who's a part of it, give it a chance, really do not calculated, do an intelligent deep dive instead of just doing clickbait, right? So like when Jay partnered with NFL, everyone had something to say. And I still don't really have an opinion. But Jay-Z, in my opinion, has earned enough equity for me to trust his play. Right? So I'll give him that. As far as the halftime shows, I'm sure it's more than that he is. But like we've never seen halftime shows like what we've seen. Right?
And Mary J and Exhibit.
That was great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but aside from that, I think that there are like infrastructures that he is helping to bring forth just because of who he is. So I say that to say in closing from my part is like, there are our heroes that people have cast to the side because hip hop is all about new. So Glorilla, fucking 21 Savage, Little Yachty, whatever, right? Red. Sexy Red, yeah, and all that, and all that. I was gonna say bullshit. All that, right? And you cast away from Camp Low, you cast away from J. Rue the Damager, you cast away from fucking Red Alert, and so with Hip Hop 50, it has allowed these people to tour and get money and feed their families. So how are you mad at that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a real way. How is anyone mad at that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you can't shit on where you've been. Like you have to acknowledge that because without, even in our day, without James Brown or anything like that beforehand, hip hop may never have evolved or may have never come about because of the breaks that were being spun backwards for MCs to rhyme on. So for us to be like, oh, they sucked or something like that, like it would have been disrespectful and it would have been ignorant more than anything. You know what I mean? So like when people do make those blanket statements shitting on the past of the culture, it's like, do you really understand the culture if you're doing that? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
This is a great segue, man. You want to take it over?
Oh man.
You know what's next. We know what's next.
Holy shit.
Woo!
No.
All right.
You know what's next.
Oh man.
Do you actually have the list?
Not the drum roll.
I don't have the list. You're not gonna make me go look for this list.
Of course you don't have the list. How convenient. How convenient, guys.
Which one? The top, the MCs, the DJs.
Payne must be doing his research.
No, I'm just asking. I can find it quick.
Yeah, we can pull it up, man. We can reference it.
Pull it up to reference it, man.
I like that. Y'all ahead.
You know?
Yeah. So what was the motivation behind making that list?
So you know, it is the 50th year of hip hop. I'm a music lover. I love hip hop, and you know, sometimes, you know, I'm a chef and I like to stir the pot a little bit, but different ways with stirring the pot. You know what I mean? Not always in the kitchen. So I was just thinking, I'm like, man, yo, I just want to get something started. I think I was inspired by a list I saw like for the 50th year. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and I'm just only gonna talk about artists in Boston or in the state of Massachusetts. And yeah, I picked 25 guys. I probably changed it a couple of times before I actually hit live on it. Like I kept scrolling through. I think I was trying to get my brother's opinions in the group chat. Guys were just ignoring me. Like I don't want no parts of it, man. You know what I mean? Kind of like leave me on the island. So then when it comes out, they're like, yo, what the fuck, man? Yo, why didn't you say nothing? I'm like, bro, I hit dudes up in the group chat. Everybody was ignoring it. So
they left you on the island.
They left me on the island. That's cool, though. I know how to swim. I'm good. You know what I mean? So, you know, I put something together, man. And I think you were on it. I think you were on the list. If I'm
me?
I'm mistaken. You were on the list. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
I'm absolutely on the list.
I did. Yo, I did. I did 2 lists, and I think they were the best rappers who I felt were the best rappers like right now. Right? Yeah.
No, you did all time.
No, it was all time and it was right now.
Okay.
It was 2 different ones.
Yeah, I have the all-time one, right? I have the all-time one in front of me right now.
The all-time one, man. I think that one might have got me like
190 comments. So yeah.
Of course. All right. So do you want to run through? Do you want to name?
Yeah, I'll run down the names off the list.
I don't have the list in front of me, so Payne.
I got it.
I had a list in front of me, man.
And it specifies not in order. You should have probably put that in all caps because you know someone's gonna have a problem like, oh, why is such and such over such and such? But NOG, Benzino, Dre Robinson, Sean Hines, M3, Terminology, Cool Jesus, Manterra, Tang the Juice, Twice Style, Big Shug, Guru, Acrobatic, Buff, Mr. Lift, KT, shout out my man KT.
KT, yep.
Oompa, Tony Rome, E. Burton, Last Days, Millies, Joyner Lucas, Avenue, Dutch Rebel, and
Rebel.
My fault. Dutch Rebel and Daniel Laurent. So
it was listed from 25 to 1. Holy shit. Hello. Let's stir the pot some more. So before we get into it, let me just ask. So out of those 25 that was listed, Leah, do you know those names?
I know a few.
A few meaning like 5, 10, 15?
Probably like 15.
I'm impressed. Okay.
That's
but she
more
knows that from
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's more than me.
From my other nigga.
I know about 23 of them.
Wait. You heard that,
I'm
right?
trying to put my chair up. I'm just,
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that. Nope.
I did. I'm just trying to put my fucking chair.
Yeah.
I'm the one that don't miss nothing.
I'm not enabling nothing.
Jesus. Nah, me either.
Yeah. So yeah. So you know, so the thing is, you know, I'll say this. So how many comments was it?
190. And 2 people shared it, so God knows how many comments they got on there.
Comments they got,
And
right?
And that's not to mention like inboxes that I got or phone calls that I got about that also like that really happened also. You know,
so this is the thing, and this is very similar to what I just said about LL, right? And I feel like I am extremely qualified and probably the most, right, to say what I'm going to say. Are you?
Yeah. The most in which group?
I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, you have people that will comment and say, "What about such and such?" Or "How come such and such is on there? What about me? And I need to be on there. Everybody knows." And you know, instead of just liking the post or commenting and saying salute, or dare share it on your platform and let people talk and let people say how much of a GOAT you are and that you should be on the list and not say it yourself, right? It's just interesting to me from a person that from the time I first came out, that pause. Jesus. So from the time when I first put out my first record and everything that I wanted to do with Masterpiece and how that was moving around on an independent level, all me, all my thoughts and efforts. I wanted to do a remix and wanted to have, you know, the people who laid the foundation and the newer guys that were coming up at that time kind of passing the torch. So I reached out to Acrobatic and Dre and Edo and was going to do a remix, right? Every record that I put out, and I stopped intentionally just because, but I had a town meeting on each album. And the town meeting was me literally taking every artist that was out at that time and putting them in a record that's similar to what I did with Masterpiece. So I am the only one that, not in a clout chasing way, but I was the only one that was saluting my fellow artists because I felt like we were a community. Yeah. It's not about if I rap the same as Slane or I rap the same as Edo or I rap the same as Act or if I could do the same thing that Oompa does. That was never a thing for me. It was always us as a collective. And with this hip hop community thing, if somebody makes it, it opens the door for the next person. So it boggles my mind that people go out of their way in every fucking aspect to downgrade somebody else.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to shut the fuck up.
Talk your shit, baby.
So again, you can like you can like Maine's list. Make your own fucking list and put all your friends on it and all your friends, right? Or scroll to the next comment. Everyone doesn't have to comment. I promise you. I said this that night. Your list may, and I appreciated it because it was like, damn, like, okay, somebody sees me. But whenever it is talk about the top people in Boston, it always was for a long time, Dre, Smoke, and Frankie, right? Red, and shout to him with Team 220. Very strategic in how he placed Frankie in that conversation, right? Because he was early and didn't have the same time frame and work catalog to be in between those two, but he positioned them. That was very strategic. Mm-hmm. Good for him and salute. But it was always those top three. Term outworks most everybody. Term is not usually mentioned because he's not from here and he's from Lawrence and people feel a way about whatever. And Millie's is from Cambridge and he's not from, yo, salute. Motherfuckers are working day to day and trying to figure out whatever and got 6 babies' mothers and whatever and taking a bus and taking Ubers, and people don't pursue their dreams. For the people that are still steadfast in chasing their dreams and trying to be creative and trying to do something, salute that and stop fucking going out of your way to tear it apart.
Yeah.
For those 198 comments, it just would be so beautiful for fucking flowers and salutes. And yo, man, that's dope, bro. Oh man, that's dope. I'm gonna make my own list, yo. Whose list is better? I'm gonna make my list tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting, yo.
You don't have to, like we said before on our finale, you don't have to pull someone down to pull someone else up. Like
to big yourself up. Yeah, you don't have to pull someone down to big yourself up. You know what I mean? Like it seems to be hard, pause, like in the city for guys to do that. You know what I'm saying? Where they just
you have a lady in the room that you like, do you have to say pause? Like if I can understand, like if it's all I'm sorry.
No, but if he's talking to you directly, he doesn't have to.
But I'm a part of this group right now. Okay?
Unless it's a train, you have to say pause. No, I'm saying that's the rules. Leah.
That ain't no rule.
If I'm talking to the screen with men and I'm like, yo, it's mad hard, I have to say pause.
I understand, but what I'm saying is, right? I'm here. I'm not a man. I don't got a dick. Okay.
Well, they don't know. It's 2023.
I'll tell you.
Yo.
They know.
Yo.
What? They know.
Yo.
What?
Yo.
They know.
You gotta relax.
We're going way off the rails.
Go ahead.
You gotta relax. Okay.
I'll drink to that.
No, but seriously though, these lists are really just about celebrating the talent, the culture we have in the city. And it's really just about me just showing love more than anything, but also to get educated because there are some names that I don't know. You know what I mean? And so when people mention or tag someone else, it's like, okay, cool. I learned about what's my guy's name? He's a Dorchester guy, Cincinnati Rose. Like he's dope. I went and looked up his music after someone tagged him on the list. Like I'm a fan now. You know what I mean? Like that's the point of the list. You know what I'm saying? At least for me and my standpoint.
Let me put an asterisk to this and take Cincinnati. Even though I'm saying take it out, people are going to absolutely equate what I'm saying to him in his movement, right? But because you learn of someone now, does that mean that they are now on the list?
Right. It doesn't negate
right?
the list that you made.
When Complex makes their list, are they looking at fucking MC Blue Halab from down the street or are they looking at Wedlocked and Loaded as we are like growing and have us as the top podcast, or are they having Joe Budden and Brilliant Idiots and fucking academics and blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
Like so. Again, and I'm coming from a place where like Chubb doesn't fuck with a lot of people, and people have a lot of things to say about him for different. And I won't get into. I don't know his business practices, right? But I appreciate that at least at the time that I knew of, just because you were from here, it wasn't getting you a cosign, right? He had to really like your shit in order to play it. So he was playing my record during the day and playing my instrumental and putting Mace's vocals on it and then flipping it. And like I heard that, right? So it is what it like. Chubb knows who I am. When he's doing his world tour with 50 Cent, do I think he's telling 50, yo, gotta fuck with my man DL, yo? No, and it's okay. It's literally okay, yo. It's okay.
Word.
Keep grinding, put your head down, keep figuring it out.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's doing it. Shout out to 8Zip. His
Word.
whole movement.
Word.
I see him. Everyone sees.
I fucks with
right?
Like 8Zip.
It's okay, yo. Like, and believe me, especially in this Cry For Me space, it's a lonely space, as I said, because the guys that I thought was going to be like, yo, come with me, bro. Like, I appreciate you they're silent. They are not calling. They are not liking. They are not sharing posts. They are not commenting under my posts. It's radio silence. So I know what it's like when a person doesn't acknowledge, and I get it. Mm-hmm. However, if you are solely going by that as your determining factor of your relevance, then find something else to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As Charlemagne says in his book that I bought, fuck your dreams.
Oh.
Right? Fuck your dreams. Some people need to hear fuck your dreams and figure it out. Period. Pooh.
No poo, but
period poo.
That's what. But do you want to elaborate on the fuck your dreams?
No, I think it's interpretive. I think when Charlemagne said that, he was talking about him, but I come from a place of I was inspired by the greats, right? And I think every generation has a different thing. So there are people who absolutely feel like Drake is their GOAT, right? Or Lil Baby is their GOAT. I come from Scarface. I come from Ice Cube. I come from people who could do something that I couldn't do, but I had to figure it out. I come from a place where we couldn't sound like somebody else. You would get clowned. Right. If I came sounding like Nas or Prodigy, I would get fucking laughed at. So it gives me a different perspective in the way I move. I come from, it was like the people I admired wasn't so big on being in the cameras. They would actually shy away from the cameras. You look at Snoop's older videos and he actually had his head down and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's actually like in today's times, it's like, holy shit. Like, look how pure that was. Mm-hmm. It was coming from a criminal element for sure.
Now is everybody I think the difference now is that everybody wants to be seen and everybody wants to be heard, even though
they ain't saying shit.
The words that they're saying don't have much substance, unfortunately.
I mean, it's all relative. You know what I'm saying? It's all.
And I'm not speaking of a specific person, but I'm just saying in general, like people just, especially now, like this social. Even though we've been going on for however many years, we've been hip to this social media stuff, right? It's new and it's different. And people are still trying to figure it out and still trying to exist in this space with this tool without proper education on how to actually utilize it. Right. And because of that, everything I do, I need to let people know. I need to let people see so that they can think that I'm living this life.
Right.
Because you know what? I'm seeing this shit on TV and I want to show that I'm a part of this.
Well, that's the sad part.
Yeah.
And you know,
that's just the times that we're in, unfortunately.
You know, there are certain people that I'm still so proud. Not proud, because I guess it's not. Like it gives me hope of like, wow, there's a way to age gracefully and to be cool still. Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like Ghostface to me is one of my favorites ever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like Ghost is Ghost. Yeah. I'm not gonna. Now he had his moment when he was upset and he was like on live and he was going at was it Action Bronson or somebody? He was talking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, you know, players fuck us. So it happens, right? But like I'm seeing like Nas, I'm seeing Jay, I'm seeing AZ. Even when AZ was on Math Hoffa's podcast and Math Hoffa was trying to bait him into some messy shit, and AZ is like, nah, you know what I mean? Like he is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah.
And move like a drug. He talked like a drug dealer still, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
he's still in the street.
But I appreciate that. And I also appreciate people like Tretch and Mr. Cheeks, who really was living a certain way, but their music didn't reflect it. Mm-hmm. There's something to be said, like my English teacher, who's my mentor, Dr. Malcolm Bryant, says a true artist paints a picture of a better world. So we know when we go outside, we see syringes and we see crack vials and we see police brutality and we see broken windows. Yes. Now what? Right? Now what? So when you have people, and I just hate that in this hip hop space, there's always just one or two, right? So for years, where hip hop was like, we got conscious artists. What about Mos Def and Common? Now it's what about Kendrick and Cole?
Yeah.
What about the other fucking 50,000? Huh? Right? So be the change, and you know, this new year is definitely gonna be different for sure. But for me, on a personal level, as a man, I'm not fucking with a lot of people because I need to do Carfaxes to see where people's history aligns, right? And we use Carfax when it comes to women, right? We do.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
But Carfax is in a sense of, you know, do you have history in battering or taking shit that don't belong to you? Do you have a history of causing trauma out here and causing additional victims that have to turn to survivors? Are you responsible for passing off trauma to people? And because that doesn't align with my moral compass, I can't fuck with you. I don't care how dope you are as a rapper. I'm all set. So you will see me alone. And that's that. Salute to everybody.
After your list, after we finish this topic number 2, we're going to talk about the Carfax for women.
Oh my God, Leah. That's not the point of
that.
Yeah. No, I mean
kudos to you.
No, I mean we pretty much done with it. I don't know if you had the page pulled up still Pain. I think I had the DJs list, and you did mention Chubbs, and I actually did take Chubb off the list because he's not from Boston, and it was for Massachusetts DJs only.
But see, then you start that conversation of, you know, Bow Wow's not from Atlanta.
He's from New York,
right? Chubb. Yeah, Chubb.
Chubb been here for more than half his life.
That's the thing, and he wears B hats. Does he wear B? He wears B hats, right?
Yeah.
Never. Does he? I've never seen him.
He has.
I think so.
Chubb got plenty of B fitteds.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he's not Boston like Jeff is Boston, right?
Yeah, no. He wasn't born and raised.
But I mean, look at the people who we love and who we associate them with. A lot of them are not from. I mean, we all know, but like Pac is associated with
Cali,
but he's from
born in New York.
Cali, right.
So
Jordan was born in New York.
Yeah.
Who?
Michael Jordan was born in New York.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you?
I did know that. He was
Carmelo Anthony, right? As well.
Yeah, Brooklyn, yeah. Melo too, yeah.
Carmelo Anthony too. Yeah.
And I just found out Chris Tucker is from Atlanta,
Yeah.
I mean, I never like looked up and cared, but like I'm like, holy shit, he's from Atlanta? Atlanta got all the fucking.
I feel like if someone's been somewhere long enough to have their license in that state, or they've been there half their life, they're now from that state. So,
what they accomplish while they're there should not be taken away from them just because they weren't born there.
Java with Jimmy, shut up. Yeah, I said it.
I mean,
he's talking shit on my lot. Yeah, I said it, and I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah, I mean that's a. Listen, he's not.
Y'all have no context, but he's talking crazy on my thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway,
we're gonna move on to the last one, anyways. Though I think
I still got that Carfax, but go ahead.
Leah, what do you need to say about Carfax?
I don't know.
Leah,
how you check the Carfax? We can go to Flowers. Let's go to Flowers.
Flowers, yeah, Flowers. And not the kind you buy in the dispensary either. Not those kind of flowers.
Ooh, well, I saw something over there, so I don't know what's going on that side, but I saw it. I did. I know.
I mean, but how you know they want everybody else to know?
It was on the camera. Yeah.
So
I mean, it is what it is. It was instant.
It was instant, bro.
Shout out to Charlie down Dudley.
Down?
So,
I cannot even.
So with
Flowers.
And shout out to Java with Jimmy. You know what? Seeing he's on the thing, I think everything happens the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, he had his last live broadcast today at GBH. And he was just really just showing his appreciation and highlighting people. And I want to give him flowers in the sense of during a pandemic, no one knew left from right and what we were going to do, right? And thinking of something to do to keep your community informed and to keep the dialogue happening, and then that turns into a thing, is super dope.
Yeah.
And it's super dope when you have the background and the foundation and the relationships to allow this thing to work. And so you're speaking from a place of knowing what you're talking about and knowing the conversations that are important that mainstream media is not having. And so, you know, I'm super proud of where he has gone, especially in a year. So I want to definitely, you know, because he's on here, he's talking shit on my thing. I wanted to give him his flowers because I'm inspired and it's dope. And he fucks with me and he's open about it.
That don't deserve a pause.
He fucks with me. I mean, I guess so, but I'm trying to be so. Jesus Christ, Leah. So, you know, I think that and the line that I said in a record is public switch coat solidarity when in private, delusions of grandeurs playing out at its highest. And so for people to be vocal on who they align with and who they rock with means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
People to show up for you.
Word.
People to show up for
other people means a lot.
Word.
You know?
Word.
And not just behind closed doors.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
So I have some others, but yeah, let's go around. Let's give some flowers out.
Oh man, Jesus Christ! Now.
Oh man, definitely want to give shout outs because I actually got a chance to catch a little bit of it. Was the parade over the weekend for the Dorchester Eagles?
Yeah.
And the Raiders. I believe the Raiders as well.
Yep.
The
Boston Raiders.
cheerleaders. Yeah, Boston cheerleaders. Definitely want to give big shout outs to both of them doing something unprecedented that's never happened before in the city. You know, with getting a Pop Warner national championship. That's super. That's so dope on so many levels. And to see friends of yours, children be a part of that, you know, is even more dope. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, big shout out to the Eagles and the Raiders for bringing it home. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout
out. And someone that's on the live, you know, and I'm not necessarily just looking at who's on the live, and I want to now give them a shout out. But really quick, shout out to City Councilor Brian Worrell.
Hey,
and
I'll be Saturday.
Chris Worrell, and just what they are doing intentionally as brothers on state level and city level, and choosing to have a space in the community that's where their office is. So they're not hiding behind some big brick building. You have to go through security. You know what I'm saying? And you see them and you can see them and they listen and they understand and they empathize. And so people have this thing about politicians, right? And I don't subscribe to it because I genuinely don't believe it. People believe all politicians are full of shit. What I will say is that people often will make promises that they then realize they can't keep, right? You realize really quickly when you're behind those doors that you can't keep said promise. But I feel like if you are transparent with the people and then you figure out workarounds, that's your character. That's what defines you. And if you are a kind person and a person of empathy, for me, that means a lot, you know? So I wanted to salute them too, for sure.
Yeah. Big shout to them.
Word up. They were there Saturday too. Saw both of them along the trail with the Eagles and the Raiders. You know what I mean? So definitely shout to the World Brothers. Word up. Great guys.
I mean,
right,
I was caught off guard by this. I didn't know we was doing this, but I just want to give a shout out on a more personal level to my kids and my nephew. My oldest doing a great job as a mother, and she's expecting baby number 2 in April. So I'm being
Oh, that's why you got Grace. I see.
Oh no, I got Grace because of the 3 daughters.
With the strap.
Yeah, real. And my youngest daughter, who's 24, and my nephew, who just turned 23, they used to be heavy weed heads. They both just decided to stop smoking because of reasons. So, and I know adults that, like grown people that are older than them, that struggle with quitting, and they both been on their job with not smoking anymore, making sure they're doing what they need to do.
That's dope.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it's dope to see like them evolve and grow in front of your eyes without you having to push them. Because I was getting kind of annoyed trying to push them in certain directions with stuff, and now I see them doing it on their own. So I'm like, all right, yeah, now the training wheels are really off. I'm watching y'all now. So shout out to them.
Hightower.
I mean, I don't have any flowers specifically. I mean, I'll give shout outs to the
damn, you're Undertaker.
To the Wiz, yeah. I mean, I'll give him to the Wiz, my wife. And for no other reason than just being my wife, you know what I mean?
Damn.
You know, that's what we're doing over here. But I don't have anything else outside of what's been going on in the city. I mean,
all right, well, give her applause then.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to have you sleep on the couch.
Real.
You know how that couch that you wake up with a backache, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So in line with the Eagles, shout out to, and I know man you was gonna shout out to Mick.
Shout out to the homie Mick the mayor. He was a hero among us at the Garden at the Celtics game last week. You know what I mean? He's not Pop Warner. He's not Pop Warner. He's AYF, something like that. So they do the other league of what Pop Warner is, and it's like
have Mattapan Patriots.
Yeah, Mattapan Patriots.
Oh, they went down to Florida too.
They went down to Florida too.
They didn't bring it home, but you know that was a big deal for them to go down there.
Yep.
And you know, for him, and shout out to Beef, shout out to Hearst. You know, it's important for the people who we celebrate or we talk to, and whether it's, you know, the Warrell brothers or shout out to Julia Mejia, Counselor Julia Mejia on her win and re-election, Counselor Rusi Lujin, you know, but you have people who are working directly with young people who are dealing with single parent homes, no parent homes, domestic violence, sexual abuse, drug addiction, losing their friends. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with these young people and actually being a beacon of light for however limited time that you have them. And so it's unbelievable of what they're doing, and they are the real heroes. And not all heroes have capes. That's the saying, right?
Yeah.
But you know, shout out to them.
Big shout out Sean Brown from BAM. I know he was recently acknowledged out at Patriots Stadium over the weekend. He had his lovely wife and his sons and his daughters out there, you know, coming from the great community of Dorchester. You know what I mean?
Really
good to see my guys out there.
All right, cut the live off, guys.
Like, you know
real
what I mean?
thing.
Listen, you know how. Listen, Dorchester, we up over here right now. NBA champion on this side with Bruce Brown. Like it's a lot of good things going on this side. So yeah, definitely want to shout out Shiz Brown and Bam and everything that he's doing.
And Wow too.
For young people. Yeah, and Wow also.
Bam's and Wow, yep. And so you brought up Dorchester, which, you know, it like even when I say it, it's like I got cotton mouth. You know what I mean?
I was mistaken for your hat. You know what I'm saying? I saw your hat on your head. I was like, oh, okay. You don't finally came to the right side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw the hat. I was like, oh, okay, well, we came to the right side.
Yeah,
it was only a matter of time.
Nah, that's cool. No way. Never. In the words of Queen's Flip, never. But speaking of Dorchester, just wanted to shout out Jeff 2 times and give condolences. He lost his family recently, and so I just wanted to give space for her, Felicia Neal. They had the service today, so I wanted to send love to him, send flowers to him, legendary Jeff 2 times. And I think that we have lost so many where it's just like 2023 is ripping people. I mean, awesome. What's that movie? I can't think of the movie, and I don't want to waste that space, but it was something where it was like ripping. Fuck, I can't remember it, but I know
what you're talking about. It's like basically just pulling people right off the earth.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's okay. We got it.
Anyway, don't patronize me.
I'm not. I'm saying we got it. It's okay.
You hear? Oh shit! You know what? Let me take your cue. I want to give flowers to my wife.
You better. That should have been your
Jesus Christ, my kids are.
That's okay.
Jesus. So what I will say is that and I don't lead with this story, but I think it's just very interesting and it's the truth, and I think it shows the strength and the support, and just again, when you have a plan, God comes in and it is what it is. Mike Tyson says you have a plan. Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face, right? And so the plan for Cry For Me looked one way. It fell apart literally 2 days before we were going to film. And Leah simply said, like, how can I help? Right. And she, as much as she's front facing in certain spaces, she's still an introvert. And so I didn't think to have her be involved in this journey, but being involved in this journey, can you at least
I'm listening.
Yo,
I got you.
It's ADD.
Yes.
Jesus.
So, are you knocking my shit?
But being in this journey and being in this role, even a story that she shared tonight, it has allowed her to be a different kind of advocate and a beacon of hope and an inspiration for others. And so I didn't think that was going to be a byproduct of it, right? But I'm appreciative of it. And even for Chuck to come in and say what he said, I'm like, holy shit, like that's kind of heavy, right? Because I'm not thinking that way. But I want to say thank you, and I appreciate you, and I'm unlearning. So there's a lot of things that I thought was okay, and I thought was cool, and I thought was funny.
Mm-hmm.
However, I realized it's at the detriment of our productivity. So I want to appreciate you and give you your flowers. Yeah, that's gonna help. Word, you hear that? You got gunshots too.
You know how to do it. Along with those flowers, I'll take a flight. But
oh my God,
are you done?
I'm done.
All right. Flowers. I still have some flowers. I have some flowers and I have some big ups, some shout outs. I have all the things. And I'm sure I'm going to forget some people. But with that being said, if I do forget you, please don't charge it to my heart. Charge it to my head. Okay.
That's so cliche. Capola.
It is what it is. And if I rock with you, I rock with you the long way. So this is no slight to anybody. But along those same lines, right? I want to give flowers to those who have embraced us in a real way with this short film. And so with that being said, Laverne Gordon from Love Life Now Foundation, Shakira from Shakira's Story, and
Charmaine.
I got this. I got it right here.
I was trying to.
I got this.
You have some in your throat.
Anyway.
Well, that could be a pause.
Charmaine, author from the Freedom House. And again, this list is not, I'm not saying this list in a particular order. Like this is not a ranking thing, right? This is just me sharing what I'm sharing. Okay. Charmaine, author from the Freedom House. I have some sisters that are doing some amazing things out there in this world. And so shout out to, or flowers to, my girls that run Boss Beauty Women's Network, Hail with Carmen B, and Bite Ventures, who is going in the community and teaching young our youth about coding and just, you know, bringing them up to speed with the technology, showing them how to use it in the right way, and in a way where it can be financially beneficial to them, right, in the long run and even right now. And shout out to everybody that has supported your girl with Contour Creations. I appreciate you in a real way. Thank you.
I don't know if I appreciate
it. It ain't for you though.
My house looks like Charlene's basement.
It ain't for you.
But I digress. But shout out to you, Maine, all forked up.
Absolutely.
Your big ass billboard in Eggleston. Is it still there? It's still there, right?
It's still there.
So you know,
so. I haven't wrote down there in a minute.
People at the red light, minding their own business, listening to radio, maybe texting while they're driving. They look up and they see your face right there, right? So salute to you. And you know, I drove by Future Chefs earlier this evening or whatever, and just seeing young people learning the art of cooking and
the foundation,
just the foundation of it, right? And seeing young men there and seeing like, you know, because it's all this hot girl summer, Cardi B, I don't know how to cook, I don't know how to clean, but I got myself a ring and all this bullshit, right? And salute to them too. But Big Mama and what she prepared is lost. So to see young people actually taking a learning and taking a love of the art of cooking, and whether you can cook all things or you can bake a pie, right? For you to lead and work with young people in particular, salute to you, and that's flowers.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Actually, wasn't done.
You were done.
I wasn't, because I wanted to give you your flowers. Right?
Oh shit! Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
So, thank you, babe, for not only what you're doing right now, but just with your overall growth, right? As a man, as a husband, and as a father. I see the change in you. I see the change that you want to see in this world. And I salute you for being that. Christmas is coming.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
Every kiss begins with K.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just
kind of. I know. So we did the year. Shout out to Lika. She's rolling in the comments. So so we did the wrap up. 5 through 1.
We didn't talk about the Carfax, but go ahead.
Yeah. Do you want to end the show with that?
Absolutely. Why not?
Go on.
But it's not for me to say because I just want an understanding of what those.
I think you know what it is.
I don't.
What's your cemetery look like?
I don't know.
Jesus. Yo, Jesus.
I don't
Yo,
understand.
yo,
What?
yo, wedlock.
If you don't own a cemetery, what's your mausoleum like?
I don't have one either.
I think, you know, there's a lot of mausoleums. And so
I've been to one, but I don't own one.
hey, man, that's it. I think when you say Carfax, you either know or you don't know. And I don't think it's like Fight Club. We don't talk about it. It just is what it is.
How do you check the Carfax?
On the Carfax, when you buy a car from the dealership, it tells you how much mileage is on it and how many times the car been hit.
Oh,
I want to say I don't even know.
Yeah,
you don't even want to know those. Listen,
yeah, that's
you don't
nothing
even
else to
want to know
say.
those numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what does that do for you? Does that make you not deal?
We make an informed decision, right?
I honestly don't.
I'm saying back in the day, what did that do for you?
Even back in the day, I didn't ask that question.
I didn't matter to me. I was just glad to be rolling.
I didn't
All right.
I didn't care about that because I I know what I was knocking down. So it was all good.
I think, I think it's important. And in the words of Leah, she said this on millions of shows. I think that it's important to know and you have an informed decision. So I would like to know if my car was the salvage title, right? And so if it's salvage, then I know that the insurance is going to be a little different and I'm prepared for that. However, if I think I have a brand new car that has no accidents and high mileage, and then I go to insure it, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Airbag deployed, blah, blah, blah. The bumper fell off. Then I'm going to be a little upset.
You're going to be like, party.
It's a great way to close. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh man, yo. Yo, this has been one for the books.
So when do y'all come back for the when do you start the season off?
We haven't decided yet. We're thinking probably early February.
Into January.
Early February.
Well, that's what's up after the holidays.
Right. So what we got to do is, and we'll figure out and put something together offline of having a flip and bringing, because I seen that y'all, and I want to watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Actually, I seen that y'all did with Deanna.
Yeah.
Right. I can't imagine. So I don't even want to know. I'm just gonna watch. But I think
it was a good one. It was a good one.
We'll bring you into the wedlock world, have that discussion because I think that'll be dope. Because sometimes I need some backup because Leah is extremely out of line.
I'm right on cue, baby.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So salute to every
10 o'clock.
Oh damn! So salute to everybody. So much for our original plan, but I think this
yo, so much for the original plan.
Yeah.
This needed to happen. I think it was important. And then we had some technical stuff, so whatever.
100%.
But shout out to everybody, man. Hopefully everyone has a happy, healthy, bring in the holidays. Take care of yourself. Be kind. Whatever your fitness and wellness looks like, whether it's drinking X amount of water, whether it's taking vitamins, like that's important. So many of us are dying at fucking 45 and 50 and 51. It's right around the corner for most of us.
Mm-hmm.
And just like be kind, don't spend your days being angry and hateful, and envious, and like try to laugh and celebrate.
Yeah.
And so, that's my piece, I'll say.
All right. I'm gonna say, in this season right now that we are in, with the holidays, I know that it's hard for those who have lost loved ones and close ones. But I also know that just being here in the physical is also hard with inflation, with just everyday life stresses. So while you are busy trying to love on others, do not forget yourself. right? Give yourself some grace and give yourself that extra love. And it's okay if you do. And if that means, you know, having a moment of solitude, take that. You've earned it. You deserve it. It's yours. Pour into you, allow others to pour into you. And so that you can continue to be that, whatever it is and who you are for those around you.
I think that's a great way to end it.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I taught her well. Sometimes she'll say like some really good shit. You know what I mean? So good for you, babe. Again, more flowers for you. Thank you.
You know how to pay me.
All right, guys.
Our minds wedlocked and loaded, man. This is $1
for sure.
Yes. Audio video is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to everybody, man.
New Year,
Salute.
man.
Holidays.
All right, y'all. Love y'all, man.
All right. Good night. Love you. Peace and love.